As the sun sets gently on a long, beautiful journey of life, we begin to see time for what it truly is, not a resource to be spent recklessly, but a treasure more precious than gold. After 70 years of laughter, tears, lessons, and triumphs, every moment becomes sacred. Yet, how often do we still find ourselves tangled in worries that no longer deserve a place in our hearts? We chase approval, cling to grudges, and busy ourselves with things that steal our peace rather than nourish our souls. But here's the truth, dear friend. The golden years are not meant for burden. They are meant for freedom, joy, and profound simplicity. Today, let's explore the beautiful art of letting go and finally embracing the life you've so deeply earned. Somewhere along the winding roads of our younger years, we were taught to care, perhaps a little too much, about what others think. We polished our words, straightened our backs, and adjusted our dreams to fit expectations that were never truly ours. For decades, we wore masks crafted from politeness, fear, and the desperate hope for approval. But here's a tender truth that reveals itself more clearly with each silver strand in our hair. People are far too wrapped up in their own worries to spend much time judging ours. Think back, dear friend. How many precious moments were dulled by second-guessing your choices, your voice, your very being, and for what? Fleeting opinions that drift away like smoke on the wind. The truth is, you are not a character in someone else's story. You are the author of your own. After the 70, the dance of life demands a lighter step. It's time to lay down the heavy armor of approval seeking and walk freely in your own truth. Want to wear bold colors that light up your spirit? Wear them. Want to laugh too loudly at the simple joys? Laugh. Want to start painting, singing, or writing poetry? Begin today. No one else carries the weight of your unspoken dreams. Only you can breathe life into them. Those who truly matter in your life, the ones who see your soul rather than your appearance, will cheer you on. And those who do not? Let their opinions pass by like leaves on a stream, noticed but never held on to. Your life is a precious, singular masterpiece. Live it boldly, live it honestly, and most of all, live it for you. Because in the end, the only approval you truly need is the quiet, unwavering approval of your own heart. Once upon a time, a spotless home was seen as a badge of honor, every dish gleaming, every floor polished to perfection. We prided ourselves on crisp linens, shining windows, and pantries lined up like soldiers. But now, with the wisdom that comes from 7 decades of living, we are gifted a softer truth. Life is far too fleeting to waste chasing dust and disorder. Think of all the mornings lost scrubbing and sweeping, while the golden sunlight begged us to come outside. Think of the afternoons spent straightening picture frames, when laughter was ringing down the street, inviting us to join. The relentless pursuit of a perfect home often steals what matters most: connection, joy, presence. A home is meant to be lived in, not displayed. It should carry the gentle mess of real life. A favorite book left open on the armchair, a blanket tossed casually across the couch, the scent of a pie cooling on the windowsill. These are not signs of neglect, but whispers of a life well loved. After 70, your hands have earned their rest. Delegate when you can. Forgive the dust. Choose a cozy chair and a good conversation over another hour on your knees, polishing the floor. No guest who truly matters will remember a bit of clutter, but they will forever remember the warmth of your smile, the sparkle in your eyes, and the stories you share. In the end, it's not polished floors that build a legacy. It's the memories made around kitchen tables, the hugs exchanged at the door, and the gentle laughter echoing through rooms filled with love. Let your home be a sanctuary, not a showroom. A place where life unfolds, beautifully imperfect, just like you. There is a hidden weight many of us carry, tucked deep within the corners of our hearts, the heavy stones of old grudges and lingering resentments. We tell ourselves they are harmless, that we have moved on, but in truth, they cling to us like shadows, dimming the light we have worked so hard to find. After 70 years of navigating this beautiful, unpredictable world, it becomes achingly clear. Carrying anger is like drinking poison and expecting another to fall ill. Those who hurt us, those who disappointed or betrayed us, they may have long forgotten, or perhaps never even realized the ache they left behind. But we, dear friend, are the ones left tethered to the past by invisible chains. Forgiveness is not about excusing wrongs or inviting pain back into your life. It is about setting yourself free. It is a gift you give yourself, the gift of peace, of unburdened days, of quiet nights when your heart can finally rest. Picture it, a wide open field under a golden sky, the breeze soft and forgiving. That is what letting go feels like. No more replaying old arguments, no more tightness in your chest when a memory stirs, just the quiet certainty that you are no longer held hostage by what once was. Start small, whisper forgiveness into the wind, write it down and burn the page, say a prayer, or simply breathe it out. You deserve a heart that feels light, a spirit that can rise without the anchors of old pain. Life, especially now, is far too precious to waste another hour shackled to yesterday's sorrows. Let forgiveness be the bridge you walk across, leaving behind the bitterness and stepping into a future filled with grace, freedom, and the kind of peace that only comes when you finally choose to let go. For much of our lives, we are taught that saying yes is noble, that putting the needs of others before our own is the highest form of love. And so, with hearts wide open, we spend decades giving, bending, and striving to be everything to everyone. But somewhere along the way, we forget the simple truth. You cannot pour from an empty cup. As the seasons of life turn and the years gift us with wisdom, it becomes clearer. Trying to please everyone is a race without a finish line. No matter how kind, how generous, or how accommodating you are, there will always be someone who wishes for more, and in the process of trying to meet every demand, we lose precious parts of ourselves, our peace, our joy, our precious time. Dear friend, at this beautiful stage of life, you have earned the sacred right to protect your spirit. Saying no is not an act of selfishness, it is an act of self-respect. Setting boundaries is not cruelty, it is kindness to yourself. When you say no to what drains you, you are saying yes to what fills you, to long walks at sunset, to quiet mornings with your favorite book, to moments of laughter and reflection that nourish your soul. Those who truly love you will understand. They will honor the beauty of a heart that knows its own worth. And those who do not, perhaps they were never meant to hold space in your precious life. Pleasing everyone is a burden you no longer have to carry. Lay it down gently. Step into the freedom of living authentically, with choices that honor your needs, your dreams, and your hard-won peace. Life after 70 is not about being everything to everyone. It is about finally being everything to yourself. For much of our lives, we are taught that saying yes is noble, that putting the needs of others before our own is the highest form of love. And so, with hearts wide open, we spend decades giving, bending, and striving to be everything to everyone. But somewhere along the way, we forget the simple truth. You cannot pour from an empty cup. As the seasons of life turn, and the years gift us with wisdom, it becomes clearer. Trying to please everyone is a race without a finish line. No matter how kind, how generous, or how accommodating you are, there will always be someone who wishes for more. And the process of trying to meet every demand, we lose precious parts of ourselves, our peace, our joy, our precious time. Dear friend, at this beautiful stage of life, you have earned the sacred right to protect your spirit. Saying no is not an act of selfishness. It is an act of self-respect. Setting boundaries is not cruelty. It is kindness to yourself. When you say no to what drains you, you are saying yes to what fills you, to long walks at sunset, to quiet mornings with your favorite book, to moments of laughter and reflection that nourish your soul. Those who truly love you will understand. They will honor the beauty of a heart that knows its own worth. And those who do not, perhaps they were never meant to hold space in your precious life. Pleasing everyone is a burden you no longer have to carry. Lay it down gently. Step into the freedom of living authentically, with choices that honor your needs, your dreams, and your hard-won peace. Somewhere along life's winding path, We were led to believe that more was better. More clothes, more gadgets, more trinkets to line our shelves. Shopping became a salve, a small thrill in a hurried world. Yet, as the years unfold, and our hands gather both wisdom and wrinkles, a gentler truth emerges. True joy was never tucked inside a shopping bag. Look around, dear friend. How many objects surround you that once promised happiness, only to gather dust in forgotten corners? The endless quest for things fills our homes, but often leaves our hearts empty. Because what truly matters, the laughter of a grandchild, the golden hush of a sunset, the comfort of a hand held in silence, cannot be bought or wrapped or shelved. Now is the time to trade possessions for experiences, to fill your days with memories rather than merchandise. Let go of what no longer serves you. Gift it to others who may find joy in it, or simply release it with a grateful heart. Create space, not just in your closets, but in your soul. Imagine a life lighter, simpler, and filled not with clutter, but with clarity. A home where every item tells a meaningful story, and every corner breathes peace. Spend your treasure not on the fleeting sparkle of new things, but on the enduring glow of connection, learning, and wonder. After 70, every moment is a pearl. Every breath, a blessing. Choose to invest in the invisible riches, love, laughter, wisdom, adventure. For in the end, it is not what we owned that will echo after us, but how richly we lived and how deeply we loved. Life after 70 is not about being everything to everyone. It is about finally being everything to yourself. The past has a way of calling to us, like an old song drifting in through an open window. We hear its familiar tune, the regrets, the missed chances, the moments we wish we could rewrite. And too often, we sit by that window, listening so intently that we forget to live the beautiful life still unfolding before us. Dear friend, you must know by now, no amount of wishing, no ocean of what-ifs can change a single moment already lived. The choices you made, the paths you took, the words spoken and unspoken, they are stitched into the fabric of your story, perfect in their imperfection. Without them, you would not be the wise, resilient soul you are today. Overthinking the past is like trying to hold smoke in your hands. It slips through your fingers, leaving you with nothing but weariness. The past is a teacher, not a prison. Its purpose is to guide you, not to shackle you. When you find your mind wandering back to old mistakes, lost opportunities, or tender wounds, offer yourself the same compassion you would give a dear friend. Whisper gently, "I did the best I could with what I knew then." And then, turn your face toward the present, where life still waits with open arms. There are still sunrises to watch, stories to tell, laughter to share, and kindness to offer. Every breath you take is a chance to begin anew. Let the past be a well-worn book on the shelf, treasured for its lessons, but not carried heavily in your hands. Your story is not over. The most beautiful chapters may still be waiting, filled with hope, with healing, and with the quiet joy of a heart finally free to live here, now, and fully. For too many years, we are taught that silence is noble, that swallowing our needs, softening our desires, and tucking away our dreams is the polite thing to do. We learn to smile through discomfort, to nod when we long to speak, to say, "I'm fine," when our hearts whisper otherwise. But dear soul, with the wisdom that age brings, comes a new and gentler truth. Your needs are not a burden. Your voice was never meant to be quieted. After 70, every day is too precious to spend muffling the beautiful, honest music of your soul. Speaking up, whether to ask for help, to share a longing, or to set a boundary, is not selfish. It is a profound act of self-respect and love. You are not asking too much by wanting kindness, understanding, or care. You are simply honoring the life you have so bravely and beautifully built. Think of it like tending a beloved garden. If a flower needs more sunlight or water, we do not scold it for being needy. We simply adjust, nurture, and give it what it needs to thrive. Why then should your own heart be treated with anything less? It may feel uncomfortable at first, especially if you have spent a lifetime putting others before yourself. But every time you speak your truth with kindness and courage, you make space for deeper connection, for relationships built on honesty, respect, and real love. Life is not a silent march through endless obligations. It is a vibrant dance where your voice matters, your feelings matter, and your needs are sacred. So speak up, dear friend. Ask for the seat by the window. Request the hug you need. Share the dream still flickering in your heart. You are worthy of being heard, loudly, clearly, and with all the grace this beautiful season of life can offer. For too many years, we are taught that silence is noble, that swallowing our needs, softening our desires, and tucking away our dreams is the polite thing to do. We learn to smile through discomfort, to nod when we long to speak, to say, "I'm fine," when our hearts whisper otherwise. But dear soul, with the wisdom that age brings, comes a new and gentler truth. Your needs are not a burden. Your voice was never meant to be quieted. After 70, every day is too precious to spend muffling the beautiful, honest music of your soul. Speaking up, whether to ask for help, to share a longing, or to set a boundary, is not selfish. It is a profound act of self-respect and love. You are not asking too much by wanting kindness, understanding, or care. You are simply honoring the life you have so bravely and beautifully built. Think of it like tending a beloved garden. If a flower needs more sunlight or water, we do not scold it for being needy. We simply adjust, nurture, and give it what it needs to thrive. Why then should your own heart be treated with anything less? It may feel uncomfortable at first, especially if you have spent a lifetime putting others before yourself. But every time you speak your truth with kindness and courage, you make space for deeper connection, for relationships built on honesty, respect, and real love. Life is not a silent march through endless obligations. It is a vibrant dance where your voice matters, your feelings matter, and your needs are sacred. So speak up, dear friend. Ask for the seat by the window. Request the hug you need. Share the dream still flickering in your heart. You are worthy of being heard, loudly, clearly, and with all the grace this beautiful season of life can offer. Somewhere along life's winding journey, we were taught to measure ourselves against others, to glance sideways and wonder if we were keeping pace, achieving enough, being enough. Perhaps once, in younger days, comparison served a purpose. But now, with the blessing of years behind us and a horizon still unfolding ahead, it is time to set down that weary burden. Comparing your life to another's is like trying to compare two sunsets. Each is breathtaking in its own right, painted with hues no artist could replicate. Your story, dear friend, is no less radiant simply because it looks different from someone else's. It is easy to look at a neighbor's grand adventures, a friend's large family gatherings, or even a stranger's polished life glimpsed through a photograph and feel a pang of longing. But remember, every life carries unseen struggles and silent battles. No outward image reveals the full landscape of another's heart. The only measure worth holding on to now is this: am I living in a way that feels true to me? Am I nurturing what makes my soul sing? Growth, joy, and peace cannot be charted on someone else's map. They are found within the quiet moments of your own journey. When comparison creeps in, gently guide your gaze back to gratitude. Think of the laughter that has graced your walls, the hands you have held, the quiet mornings you have savored. These are the real treasures, the markers of a life richly lived. Your life was never meant to be a mirror of another's. It was meant to be a masterpiece, crafted stroke by your own beautiful, imperfect, wondrous hands. Celebrate it, cherish it, and walk forward with the peaceful certainty that you are exactly where you are meant to be. For so many years, we danced to an invisible tune, a rhythm dictated not by our own hearts, but by the imagined judgments of others. We wonder, did I say the right thing? Did I choose the right path? Did I live up to expectations that, truthfully, were never ours to begin with? It is a heavy burden, dear friend, to live under the gaze of a world that rarely sees the full beauty of who you truly are. But with the blessing of age comes a precious, liberating truth. Most people are far too busy wrestling with their own doubts and fears to spend much time judging yours. Their fleeting opinions are like passing clouds across the vast, unchanging sky of your life, noticed for a moment, then gone. Imagine the peace of waking up each morning and choosing to live for yourself, not for the shifting tides of others' expectations. Imagine dressing in what delights you, speaking words that carry your truth, walking paths that call to your soul. Imagine no longer handing over the keys to your happiness to someone else's passing glance. Life after 70 is a rare and sacred season, a time to return home to yourself. You have earned the right to move freely, to breathe deeply, to exist without explanation or apology. Your worth was never measured by the opinions of strangers, nor will it be defined by their approval. When you find yourself hesitating, wondering what someone might think, place your hand gently over your heart and remember, this life is yours and yours alone. Let kindness be your guide, not fear. Let authenticity be your compass. Compass, not conformity. Those who truly matter will celebrate your freedom. Those who don't were never meant to hold weight in your journey. Live boldly, love openly, and most of all, cherish the extraordinary gift of being unapologetically, gloriously yourself. For much of our lives, we are taught that saying yes is the golden key to acceptance, a way to be loved, to be valued, to be seen as kind. And so we say yes when our hearts whisper no. We nod when our souls long to rest. We stretch ourselves thin, believing that endless giving is the price of being good. But dear heart, there comes a season, a beautiful, sacred season, when you realize that every yes given away carelessly is a little piece of your spirit lost. After 70, your time, your energy, and your peace are treasures beyond measure. They are not owed to every request that knocks at your door. Saying no is not an act of selfishness. It is an act of profound self-respect. It is recognizing that you have earned the right to choose how your days are spent. It is giving yourself permission to honor your needs, your rhythms, your quiet joys. Imagine the freedom of choosing what fills you rather than depletes you. Imagine a life where every commitment is made with a full heart, not out of guilt or obligation. Picture yourself resting under a soft afternoon sun, reading a cherished book, laughing with a friend, all because you chose to guard your time like the priceless gift it is. Some may not understand at first. Those accustomed to your endless yes may stumble when they meet your gentle no. But the people who truly love you, who see the wisdom in your eyes and the kindness in your boundaries, will celebrate your choice to live authentically. Life after 70 is not about pleasing the world. It is about honoring the sacredness of your own journey. So speak your no with grace, speak your yes with joy, and walk freely, knowing that every choice you make now is a beautiful declaration of your worth. For much of our journey, we wear the quiet badge of caretaker, stepping in, holding others up, mending broken dreams, and smoothing troubled waters. Our hands, so full of love, reach instinctively to fix, to soothe, to make right. And while such tenderness is a gift, dear friend, there comes a time when the kindest act is not to carry the burdens of others, but to gently set them down. After 70, you have earned the right to release the weight of problems that were never yours to solve. Life's greatest lessons are learned not through rescue, but through resilience. Each person, each beloved soul you cherish, has their own path to walk, their own strength to discover, their own story to write with trembling or steady hands. Imagine the peace of offering love without carrying sorrow. Imagine being the steady lighthouse on the shore, shining warmly, guiding quietly, but never diving into every stormy sea. You are not abandoning them. You are honoring their journey, trusting that they, too, are capable of weathering their own tempests. By stepping back, you create space for others to grow, to rise, to find the resilience woven deep within them. And you create space within yourself, space for laughter, for dreams long set aside, for mornings unburdened by worry. Your love does not diminish when you stop fixing. It deepens, ripens, and becomes wiser. It becomes the kind of love that holds a hand, offers encouragement, but respects the sacredness of another's learning. Life in this season is too precious to be spent entangled in every struggle, not meant for your hands. Offer your heart, your prayers, your faith, and then, dear soul, turn back toward your own beautiful, unfolding life. Trust in their strength, trust in your freedom, and know that both can coexist, tenderly and bravely. In the quiet rhythm of a life spent loving and giving, it is so easy to forget the one soul most deserving of your care, your own. Years slip by, and in a gentle fiche of responsibilities and selflessness, raising children, supporting loved ones, meeting the countless demands of the world around you. And somewhere along the way, your own happiness, once vibrant and waiting, was asked to wait just a little longer. But dear heart, now is the time. The waiting is over. Happiness is not a luxury reserved for youth. It is the birthright of every soul, especially one that has weathered so many seasons and still stands in grace. Prioritizing your happiness does not take away from others. On the contrary, it fills your spirit so full that joy spills out in every smile, every hug, every laugh shared around a kitchen table. When you nurture your own joy, you become a living blessing to all who know you. Ask yourself, what stirs your soul now? What dreams have you tucked away, thinking the time had passed? Whether it is painting, traveling, planting a garden, or simply sitting by the window with a book and a heart wide open to the beauty of the day, embrace it. Your joy matters, your laughter matters, your light matters. The chapters ahead are not meant to be a slow fading away. They are meant to be golden, rich, and full of moments that make your heart sing. So go ahead, chase the sunrise, dance barefoot in the grass, say yes to the small and mighty pleasures that breathe life into your days. After all you have given, after all you have endured, you deserve a happiness that is fierce, unapologetic, and entirely your own.